Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Backpack Trader Training Room for Tuesday, February 3rd, 2026. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It's not financial advice. Trade your charts, not mine. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds you can afford to do without. This should be a risk capital. Good morning. All right, done with the disclosure. Market is open. Now that long trade looks like it probably was too, yeah, that set up at 1 second before start. Yeah, it went too far too fast, as I expected looking at that. Soybeans throws a short at us. Same kind of situation. That one looks like it spiked to the entry, so we'll call that a get in sync at this point. One second while I take care of the trade. All right, with that I would push that down a tick on soybeans. Unleaded got it done. Second trade, 904.13. We lost 54 ticks on the stop and reverse. We pick up 25 and 43. 25 or 43, depending on which target you're using. Might go trail to 87.94 from the entry at 87.21. That's 73 ticks. That's going to get either target 1 or target 2 positives. 2 and done there. Crude, 9 o'clock start. You pick up this short. It goes full stop, and now you have a new short for trade number 2. Yep, that micro Russell went too far too fast as well. This trade touched, but I don't think it would. And it does stop out, so and goes to short. So that's for that. Money management goes down 1 tick, so that's going to go to 67 flat. And there is target 3 and target 4. So solid win here. Trade number 1. All right, unleaded was 2 and done. So I will bring up the micro NQ chart. All right. Haven't marked that up yet. That's going to go. We're not to our start time there yet. We need 4 minutes after market open. Market open is, of course, 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central. That was the early trade. Now, did we? Yeah, this long trade is definitely a winner on the YM. That's going to be a one and done session. $39 to target and went for a nice trailer as well, all the way up to $5.94 from the entry at $5.21. There's 73 ticks again. All right, micro NQ stopped out, as did the Russell. So Russell is out, micro NQ is out. Soybeans is still getting synced. Pound Aussie took a full loss on the short. Small trade. Risk was 17 ticks. So that puts us down to 85 or 17 pips. That puts us down 85 on a 5-position trade. All right, crude going short. And soybeans with a long trade, 69.25, and that triggers in. Looks like I'm starting to lag my data as the market open. It has been doing just. Yep, it's about almost 4 minutes behind. So let's see if we can't save our workspace and then close out something. See if that gets us there. All right. First trade, the micro Russell gives us a wick to get in, so that's a break-even trade. Now we have a short trade. And trade number one on the micro NQ is a break even. And in the short, all right, quick. There's a quick break even and then a full loss. Let's see if that. Yeah, that probably is an avoidable trade, but we'll call it a break even. This one looks like it probably picked this up. We're now in a short. Yeah, it reversed after 5 seconds. Probably, you may very well have had a chance to get in that, but I would want it to come through the. I don't know. That one didn't get far enough. That one we probably can't get away from. So we have a win, a break even, a loss. This is going to be at least a break even. Crude taking some heat. Not going to. This one's not going to track, so we should be at break even. There's a win. Trade number 4. Picking up target 3. We should be trailing at this point. And that will stop us out. Trailer would have been at 59. That's 59.9. So trailer would have been 60.1. And we can then go long for trade number 5. And there's money management there. That one needs a tick. 62.7 it looks like. Yeah. Oh, when we come down and hit a break-even stop on that one. Trade number 5 is a break-even. So 2 break-evens, 2 wins, and a loss. Definitely positive. Okay, micro NQ short. Hits target 2, stops out on the trailer. Just misses target 3. So that is a break even and a win. Still behind, catching up. One more trade available to us in the trade plan on the micro Russell. Two full stop outs, 3 actually. Yeah, 2 full stop outs on crude. ends that session. YM was a winner. Soybeans triggered in the long trade, picks up. Now let's see. Triggers in the long. We didn't get target. So we only got 4 ticks. We got a break even stop out with no targets. Target 1 was too small at 5 ticks. 6 tick minimum on that. Pound Aussie has a short setup. And micro NQ in another short. This is trade number 3 there. Break even on the micro NQ. So we have at least second break even on this trade. Micro NQ setting new session lows, and that's what it is. It's a break even with a long setup following. No trigger yet on the long. Long hits the stop, and looks like it cancels on that bar, goes short. That would have been tough to get in. Easily goes through target 2 and target 3. Short trade on the micro Russell. The long trade should have been avoidable, and the short trade is a break even. So 3 break evens, 2 wins, and a loss. Ends that session. All right. How fast was that? 06, 07, not 3, still 3. Nope, that one was definitely too fast. So this is trade number 4, the long trade. Break even. Rejected 50 for a break even. 3 break evens and a win. And a new short trade. Shorts seem to be, oh, this is not looking good. And there's that, it's a full stop out. Well, that was same second. That was probably too fast. So I will assume that one was avoidable. Short trade on the soybeans chart, counterpunch trader. And we get a long trade on the micro NQ. definitely in it. That was an additional chance to get in right there. No question, we're in this one. There's, I don't know, nope, not quite money management. There's target one. So it will be at least a break even. Just missing target two. I would trade for profit. Take profit at target one on that one. It missed by a single tick. So take profit at target one if you didn't get out, didn't get filled at target two. Still break even stop. Okay, we're down to about 3.5 minutes. A little less than that, about 3:15 actually. So it's catching up. All right, we pick up a full target on the micro NQ. Touched this time, it came to it exactly. Still at the break-even stop. Now we get a reversal. That would have been too fast to catch. So we'll see what it does. It does stop out, so that cancels the reversal. And we stay in the long trade, even though we're going to have to track it manually now. All right, soybeans is short. We have 1 point in hand so far on soybeans in our first trade. Yeah, that's a no trade. That's a no trade at this point on the short. So we stop out at break even. Actually, yeah, stop out at break even for our additional positions. That is 3 break evens and 2 wins. And we'll see what the next trade is. One more. Whoops. And then we get a full stop out. So that is a loss on trade number 6. 2 wins, 3 break evens, and a loss. That should be a positive session, slightly. Micro Russell should have been positive. YM was definitely positive. Crude was a losing session today. Unleaded was positive, getting the power of quitting. So we have 10 a.m. crude mini session coming up, and pound Aussie and soybeans. So we may call it pretty quickly today. Long setup on pound Aussie. That triggers. No stop and reverse because we never triggered the short. Money management is 1 pip above the target 1, so our first actual target will be target 2. Micro Russell went up, set a session high, and back in the same trading range where our trades were happening. Micro NQ still setting session lows, setting new session lows. Soybeans back to its short entry. The YM is pushing downward. Let's see where we are on 49,767. Session open at 49,488. So we're definitely in positive territory on the YM. 400 is the session low. All right. Pound Aussie picking up 2 positions off target 2. Next go actionable target is target 3. Target 2 is worth 18 pips. Well, that's 36 in hand. There's target 3. Final fixed target will be target 4. Trailing at 95.39. So we said we were down 85. And there is target 4. So we pick up and a stop move to 95.43. Crude, that's too early. Yep, that's just too early. Looks like we caught up too. Almost. We're still about 30 seconds behind. 40 seconds. So 36 plus 25 plus 32 is 61.93. So we are positive this will be the power quitting trade for Pound Aussie. 93 pips on the fixed targets. And we have 95.44 on the trailer. Our entry at 95.37. So we got seven pips on the trailer so far. 93 on the target. So this is a 100 pip trade. We'll mark this trade up on crude. We're not in this one. It was just ever so slightly too early. About 4 minutes or so. And all 3 market indices turning up. Micro Russell and the YM both pushing through their 50 EMAs. Now coming back on the YM. All right, stop moves up 3 pips on Pound Aussie to 47, that's 10 pips on the trailer. Two more pips on the pound Aussie. It's 12 pips on the trailer. Let's see if that continues up a little bit. Trailer's definitely going to move up some. We move to 54 at least on this bar. And there's the move to 54. 17 pips. Three more pips on the pound Aussie. 95.57, 20 pip trailer so far. Micro NQ setting new session lows again. I think we just barely survived the pound Aussie. Low 56, no, yeah, Nope, we just got stopped out. So we go 113 pips. 20 pips on the trailer, 93 pips on our targets. And that gets us positive. We lost 85 from the stop and reverse. Actually, we lost 85 on the full stop out early. Then we pick up the long trade for 113. So 28 pip net positive. Soybean still hanging around. And crude stops out, so we're looking for our first trade for the 10 a.m. mini session there. $10 a.m. crude and soybeans is all we have left. We do have an oversold reading, so we can get along. Up close here would give us a long trade at 83. Pound Aussie shows a short trade now. And we do get instead we get a short on crude. Too fast, I would say, to execute as it's set up. Yeah, definitely. So get in sync with that short trade. Not in the trade yet. Filtered long trade. It's a squeeze zone. 50 coming between the entry and target 1. With 50 pinching down toward the 200. It's a ways away. So it's not a perfect. 20 SMA also crossing below the 50 EMA. See if that's a rejection point or resistance point. All right, still not in a trade yet on crude. Get in sync at this point. Now Aussie did trigger into the short. Soybeans pushed down to the 50 EMA and then bounced back up through the entry again. The market's trying to bounce again. All three market indices moving upward. I'm going to close down the micro NQ, see if I can take some strain off of the data and get it to catch back up. Not much change. Crude still a get in sync short. It's headed the wrong direction. 20 minutes into this mini session, I will have to boogie at 10:30. Tomorrow will be our last two sessions for the week. I am going to be hitting the road on Thursday, and I won't be back in the trade room. Will be dark until February 24th. Two more sessions tomorrow. Regular session at 9:30. Crude oil inventory at 10:30. And we'll continue from there. And crude trade stomps out, so that takes the trade off the table. No trades yet in the 10 a.m. session. That one is avoided. Definitely too fast to have gotten in initially. Soybeans testing the 50 EMA again. Throws an add-on trade right at the 50. right. No trades on crude. Soybeans still stuck at the 50 EMA. It doesn't look like anything's going to be happening before I'm going to have to close it down. All right. Long trade on crude. Probably in it, but I am going to have to call it a morning on to an appointment. Target 1 is minimum 10. So that's what it looks like. Hit the entry again, so we're definitely in it. And soybeans hits target 1. Picks up 9 ticks, 2 1/4 points. So that's 3 1/4 points now. And that will be a one and done for soybeans once that trade completes. That's where we stand this morning. Everybody have a good afternoon, and we'll see you tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Everybody have a good one, and we'll see you then.